Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of our Awesomecallstrading.com video recap of today's morning plays and actions and stocks. I am AJ. I am one of the moderators in this incredible room full of just talent. And today, I have to tell you, it was a joy to come in. I think one of the things that I love so much about um, being in a room like this is just the people that I'm around every day that I come to work. And this is work. This is my job. I pay my bills day trading. It's how I make my living. That's how I live well, I guess you could say to some. It's how I stay youthful, energized, happy. The most important thing is to be around people that share the same um, goals that you share. And I love Janny Moore, who's been here going on 4 or 5 years now. I mean, talk about like a brother. I mean, really, it's just on Raphael. He's been here about 3.5 years or so. Dave the Trader's been here 2, 3 years. Um, Fire been here about a year and a half. Just he simply was incredible today. His calls. It was a joy just watching his magic happen today. And if you're not following him, you should definitely follow him. He's just an incredible trader, very gifted. B Trades, of course, as always, doing his thing, giving us pinpoints on small cap stocks that were popping. Um, and Darkside taking over the mic. Darkside's one of the most talented technical traders, extremely. And his scan service I learned today is just like second to none. He gets this audio voice before it even hits the scans, and boy, incredible. He just made me a few bucks when I walked into the chat room on my break. And of course, you can't forget Palmer and everything he contributes every day. I know he wants to trade more, but he does. He trades mostly in the morning, and sometimes he'll come in the afternoon. But he's a part-time trader, but he does extremely well, very consistent, and always on point, and extremely helpful on his website too. Always wants to help a trader, new or old, just to try to get their confidence, try to see things. And again, the group, I'm only as good as the traders I'm around, and to be coming to work every day with a group of friends that make you smile and proud to be a part of them, and then take their calls and make money and pay your bills. What I couldn't ask for anything more in day trading, and I am truly gifted and happy. And then, of course, I've got the traders in the room. I mean, I just, and they speak every day to us, which I love. Um, and you could see because I love to talk about them. I love to, good or bad. HH was amazing. KG did a great 9 point trade on Etsy, but he took a small hit on Someone help him get that money back. That's pretty easy to do. Just going down the list, Ken had a wonderful day. You could see great tweets from Ken. If you're learning to trade like I am, stop struggling on your own. Pay yourself to learn like I'm doing. Come trade with the best. Again, thank you so much. There's my KJ on his 9 point trade. Design was a great call today. My friend Noel scored $522 on that. Webster had a good day. HH had a good day. My friend Christian had a good day. Gun show, amazing. Webster pulled in like $900 today on our calls on FTNW, Hertz, I, and MNK, all on our list. And it was incredible. Christian killed it today on Hertz, I, and MNK. And I'll just kind of show you just the kind of talent that I'm talking about. I mean, um, let me get this blue trade down too. What? This is Jenny. I'm going to do probably a chart on Instagram for him on blue. But what he did was just, well, let's take you to fire first because Brad was just off the hook today. And today, what we did on our list, in our pre-market list, we had a really good list put together this morning. We started with FTNW. As you can see through my tweets, I was really talking about that trade a lot. I wanted the stock. It received a 5 million. It's a 5 million float, awarded a $116 million contract for January, February. It was already gapping up $2. I told the chat room the stock would push to 4 to 450 and then pull a little back and fade for the day, which would take it back down to $2 and under. That's what I was looking for. Tony made over 300% on his NEO calls. Tony, I hope you tweet that since this is live on a webinar. If you do tweet that, I can show the people what you just put. But congratulations to you, boss, as always. Really well done. And I want to share that with the room as well. Tony made 300% on NEO. We all took a lot of people took the Raphael call long on NEO with the 60 minutes piece hit, so that was pretty cool. Well done. Evercore on Etsy, earnings beat, Hertz. I wanted to sell off on this to 2050 and under. I did think it would sell off. I even warned the room not to long the stock. If it did, watch for the pop to 22 or 23. If it does, short the stock. Short, short, short. And that's because I had an analyst from Morgan Stanley that made a comment that I would sell all these earnings pop, he said. So we followed him. Then we had MNK, THC, MEDP, DDS, TWOU, Tesla. Of course, you can never go against Elon. I told everyone, go long. If it pops through 292, keep it up there. Should hit you 295 or more. Stock went to 302. You cannot, and I said, even the harder it pulls, the better you're going to get. If it pulls to 288, don't worry, add right into it. This is Elon. Netflix, Zine, and Cat. So I'm going to start you on a couple of mod plays first. Again, the talent we have in here, I might put a 90% accurate pre-market list together, but these mods, they have their own list when they come in and they share their ideas, and some of them just take off the calls that we provide and let us know their entries and exits when they're entering. And that's really important when you're trading in a room, especially a room of transparency. You need to know when a trader is making, especially one that you're paying for. If you're paying for a room, at least, and you're a mod, tell me, hey, what's your entry? What's your exit? What are you looking for? I mean, that's where talent comes out. And that's why I'm always looking for talent. And I'll never hold back because it's really important that you help people grow and you don't hold them back. And you make their dreams come true because you're doing what you love. Why can't they do what they love? You know what I mean? And that's how I feel. So before I go into some of my amazing calls, let's share. Let's just do a couple off the top with Gianni. Okay, Gianni gave us two calls today, a DDS and Blue. He also gave us Airy, but these two stood out the most. This is Gianni just being Gianni. He just does this incredible thing. Does a webinar called Art of the Short for traders to come in on a Sunday. And we do have recorded versions as well. He's extremely talented at finding the topping. He looks for these type of chart patterns where he'll look at the topping and then he'll set up a risk reward. So on this particular trade on Blue, he went short 157.86 and he set stops at high of the day. So he kept his stops pretty damn tight on Blue. But he felt that the topping had set in based on his analysis and how he looked at the stock. And he called out a short and he just walked it down in the room. And Darkside was live on the mic, helping him as well. And at pinpoints, Darkside, it was going to probably pop up and then come back down, break through the flag. And basically, we got an incredible $5.5 or $5 trade on this particular one. This was just a midday trade. He just waited for it to top off, and then he shorted it. And then you could see how it bottomed out just perfectly, and he shorted, and he covered right around here, I believe. Just well executed at 157.27. Well done. His other one was DDS. We all wanted this short. I told the chat room that the stock would probably pop to 80 at the open. You have to know that DDS on earnings, they do get pretty aggressive. I said look for a pop at the open. I wanted 75, but once it hit through that 75 spot, I told everybody, no, leave it be. Just cover, let it go, let it run, and it's got room to 80. And that, like clockwork, you could tell the great Gianni got in there and he saw the topping again based on his patterns. He saw the lower low setting off the topping. He took a short, I believe it was 81.45, which is right here. And then he put his stops at 82 or high of the day. And he called this out live and he just played this to the downside. You can see just an absolute killer, 76.50 for another, what is that, 4 points, 5 points. So these two trades alone was 10 points just on what he saw. He didn't even have to trade the open. He could have just forget that. I'll wait for these to pop. He had them on his scan and he nailed them. Incredible trading. But I have to share with you one that was just just as stellar. And this came from the man, the myth. I mean, fire. He just killed it. Okay, so what I had an earnings play. I read the guidance, and they really blowing out the guidance. And guidance is everything on when you're playing an earnings play. And so what I did on this one is I told everyone this was going to really pop at the open pretty aggressive. I wanted 26 to scale in short. It actually had a couple fat fingers that actually pulled the parabolics to 27. I was eyeing this 26 level here as the toppy, and then I wanted to short it. But Brad came in. He's like, AJ, I got more upside on it, so I'm going to wait just a tad, a little bit more. And he called it out. I mean, like, I don't know what to tell you. It was just, I mean, this is perfection. I'll give you the call. Here's my side of the trade, which was a great trade, mind you, to long the open right here. I mean, it was amazing to long the open, which was, where is it? Where is it? Etsy, MNK, MNK, MNK. Okay, where'd it go? I'm trying to find it. There it is. MNK. So I wanted 26 area, pop at the open, and then look for a 2-point flush on the pullback. It wasn't going to come down and gap fill by any means. The earnings were too good. The guidance was too good. And they raised guidance, which means you're not going to get a gap. These are little secrets I'm trying to teach you in day trading, why I don't call certain gap fills and why I do. Well, this one definitely was one that was not going to fill the gap, but you were going to get 2 points. Well, I'll tell you what. Brad he knocked it out of the park. I mean, he just saw that. He said, look, I'm going to go at, I believe that it was, I have the timestamp on it. And at 10:02, which you can call right here, 10:02, which is right there, he called a short. So he went short, I believe, around 27.11, right around there. And he walked it down. Now, he kept saying he wanted 25.11. But when 25 came, look, it went right through 25.11, and he ended up at $23.94. I mean, these are just afternoon plays. Yeah, could you have made money going long because I told you to? Absolutely. I mean, you could have just made just as much, right? Because I said go long and watch the 26 pop. But he was eyeing the short side of it, and so was a lot of the room, and then it just yanked. So I think these charts are really important from a mod standpoint because they show you just the talent alone of Jenny, MNK. I'm just writing these down for the charts tonight. Brad Fire and Jenny did DDS. Okay, so those are 3 charts. Now I'm going to show you a couple ones I did as winners. I'm going to show you Hertz. Now Hertz had a really good win, right, last night on earnings, and it's going right back up, being bought off the bottom. It's beautiful. And I'll tell you what happened was it really surprised analysts yesterday. But being AJ, I'm in a whole different world than a lot of traders out there. I look at things and read things differently than you do. And rather than call a long at the open to 22 and 23, I called look for the short opportunity at 22.23 and write it down. And why? And I actually had this going to, I believe, $20 and under. And in the first minute, actually 11 minutes of the trade, you could see the stock hit $20, $19.05. Do you know why I called that as a short with size? Because this is what I do. This is what separates me from any other room. Okay? And I saw the same rooms do the same crap again. Nevada, Facebook, AMD, Nevada, Facebook, AMD. That's what they do. That's all they're going to teach you. You walk out of there having dinner, Nevada, Facebook, AMD, Nevada, Facebook, AMD. Same calls, same trades. That's all they do. Here, you get to trade everything. Everything. Cheaper stocks. And you know what's interesting about these other rooms is you realize you could, if they're trading only those stocks and they're $100, $150 stocks and you can't afford it, you're stuck. You're paying for a service that's limiting your ability. So you can't. You're going to only watch a $22 stock fade 18. You're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, So if I bought 1,000 shares at 22 a share, I could have made $4,000 in your room. Yeah. Instead, what'd you make over there? $300, $400, because you're doing Nevada puts or Nevada calls for a quick push. But you can't play size because the moderator that owns the room is making all that money off the sub fee to trick you off his little DVDs and crap because he really paper trades. So then you go back to the Nevada, AMD, Facebook, Nevada, AMD, Facebook. It's the same shit. Spy, 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 spy. I'm doing spy. Okay, stop. Wouldn't it be nice to come in with 500 shares, 10,000 buying power, and just tear it down? Wouldn't that be awesome? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? The more you trade different kind of stocks, this is why you can come in any room, any time of the day, um, and have the ability to trade anything you want because you're with somebody who's done that. And what that does for you, look, the way I look at Awesome Calls Trading, I've realized something, and I'm not going to hide it. This is a room to develop new chat room owners. Let's face it, let's call a spade a spade. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, I realize that. There's 12, 13 rooms that started in here. And then all the other rooms still stay in here, and most of them all trade off our shit anyway. And then they copy our DVDs and our webinars and all this other shit. It's okay. I can't stop that. All I can do is focus on, first of all, make money, pay my fucking bills, and help everyone else pay theirs. Because they're ultimately the most important people in this room is not me. It's not me. It's them. Every subscriber that lays down $6 a day, hey, they deserve the very best I can provide. And so I need to be the kind of trader that shows them everything. No limits. Not in our world. Not in Awesome Calls Trading. And this is what develops a skill level. But it's not just reading the chart from a technical standpoint, like a lot of these great technical traders, the Tacos, the Tonys, the Joels, Dark Side, Janny. I mean, he's fire. These guys are the most talented technical traders in the world. It's not just about that. It's just understanding, why do we pick these stocks? Why do we go after them? Because one of the things that I love about Fire and his Instagram feed and he talks on Twitter is the most critical thing in day trading is knowing the move before it happens. But once you understand that, that's where you capitalize and make your money. If you know a stock is going to go down and sell off, what are you going to do? Stare at it with 100 shares? No. You're going to lean into it at 300 shares, 200 shares. You're going to go above what you're used to because you know that stock is going to get plowed. How did I know Hertz would come down? Because I did my homework. I'm up at 3:30, 4 o'clock every morning for these subscribers that work hard every day to come in the room so they can pay their bills, whether it's a cable bill, a car, their rent. I want to help them. I want to help them. And so what I do is I do my homework for them. And then I teach them so they can do the homework themselves. Because there's nothing better than to fish for your own ideas and your own trades. And that is when you start developing who you are as a trader. And that's really important. I cannot stress it enough. You know, I heard other rooms, oh, we don't give alerts. What the fuck you do then? What, you eat grilled cheese sandwich all day? I mean, what do you do? What's your purpose? What's your purpose? I don't get an alert. That's right, because you paper trade, you fucking numbnut. That's why. Simple as that. So that's why you don't give an alert, because you're always afraid to be wrong. And then there's the worth watching chat rooms. Oh, this is worth watching. Really? Why don't I just watch fucking TV instead of listening to you? It's easier. Why am I paying you? Worth watching. I mean, oh, really? What I like is tell me what the fuck to do. And then show me why you did it so I can learn from that. That's trading. That's how you're going to get better. So you won't forget it the next time it comes. So why do I want Hertz short? Well, let me tell you something. There are certain um, there are certain analysts out there that I like. Okay. So, and I like them for a reason because I spent the last 10, 15 years doing homework and figuring out. Now, I heard yesterday there's a copycat DVD going out on my one-on-one now. It's been copycatted and now being sold on a room that just left us. And now they're selling basically, if you listen to it, it's 100% my one-on-one, telling you what analysts to look for, what are the grade A's. I mean, it's just really okay. I guess that's your way of complimenting me, fucking nimwad. Anyway, so on this particular one, I go to my fly on the wall, I do my homework, and look, I want you to read this from a top analyst at Morgan Stanley. Read what he says in his first sentence. And this is what I do. This is what I do. I come in and I do my homework. So now listen to this. Hertz, earnings, strength presents an opportunity to dump the fucking stock. I didn't say that. Fuck, I did not say that. Morgan Stanley said that. Let me repeat that. Hertz post earnings strength presents opportunity to dump the fucking stock. So if you're a blindfold trader, never traded in your world, what's your call on that? Stock's sitting at 21, up $2.50 from yesterday's close. What do you do? I don't know. I want to go back to Nevada, AMD, Facebook, Nevada, AMD. No, come in here, take 1,000 shares, 21,000 buying power, go short, and just lay it in there, and do what the man says, not what I said. And then he reiterates an underweight. He's telling you to dump the stock, take your profits and run. Huh? He's telling you. Why are you going to ignore that? Do what the man tells you. Okay. Ready? Boom. Payday. 1,000 shares. Let's see. You got paid $3,000 in 11 minutes. Next. Oh yeah, my other room said it was worth watching to the downside. God. Slap that bitch. Let's move on. That's Hertz. You want another one? Okay. I'll give you another one. Shit, there's so many. I'm going to give you this one. This is dope. This is something we all learned in our room. And only the people in our room learn this. Okay. This is called TWOU. Yesterday, they had just a shit ton of short sellers in this thing. And then they had massive put buying. They had banked that this was going to miss. Oh, target number one. Well, guess what? They surprised and they shocked everyone. And it ran out of the gate yesterday, right? After hours. But here's the problem. Most of these put buyers are going to get their money back when it hits the 72, 71. They're going to get it back. And I've noticed a trend on these massive puts that a lot of them will get squeezed, the scared ones. But a lot of times it gets sold off. It comes right back down. It's like Grub. Do you all remember Grub? Grub had massive call buying into the earnings. Do you know what Grub did? It sold off, but a lot of people didn't dump their stock because Grub came out with a B of A to $100 price target. And guess what? Grub went all the way back up. No, if you did it right, nobody lost any money. If you got shaken out on the downturn to 67, see, this is what I'm learning. This is what excites me over the weekend or when I do charts or I read analysts. I'm so excited because I'm like, shit, I just learned something. So you know what I said this morning? Traders, this had massive put calling. So the stock was sitting at what this morning? $75 a share. You know what I said? I went on screen and I put it right. Stock's going to go to 80 and then short it. That's what I said. It's going to go to $80 and short it. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Well, believe this. Ready? TWOU. $80. I want you to listen to me. Okay? Gapping up. I would love just to squeeze to 80. Then look to short it for a few points to the downside. Remember, this was huge put action yesterday. So expect to squeeze. I want it to come down to 72.50. Okay. Do you know how dangerous we are? Do you know how dangerous we are as a chat room? Who could even come close to that call? There would be rooms that would be celebrating, taking off for a week, driving their Toyotas, excuse me, Ferraris. You know what I mean? This is just And you know what? This is just number 9. Number 9. Yeah. What's the other ones do? Okay. Really? And guess what it did? Like clockwork. $80. There's your 80. See that topped off? $80. And where do you think we're going to go by the end of the day? 72.50. Who's your daddy? That's why they call me the daddy of chat rooms. Because all these other people are just kids. They really are. Trading 2 years, 3 years. Oh my God, I run a room now. I'm so fucking awesome. I'm better than that room I came from. If you are, can you get the fuck out of our room then? Because you keep paying your monthly fee to be in here to give my calls to your room. Anyway, we'll keep that quiet. All right, so that was a good one there. TWOU. You want another? I can only do 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 2 more to go. I got to do these 2. I have to. I mean, I can go on and on and on. But FTNW and Zine. Okay, I want you to read something. You got to understand headlines. You want to be a true trader? All right? Basically, I told everyone in pre-market, I like this to go $6 short, and I want to go to 520. 520 is where I want to go. I had Noel in here. If you follow him on Twitter, he's great, and it's right here. I mean, I'm not playing with you here. I mean, this is a great trader who's developing a great skill. I wouldn't be surprised, Noel. We cut off a division for him, and he runs his own room. I'll take care of that. Look at there's Anthony's 100%, 300% puts. Shit. For first-time traders, I'll put Noel in a separate room. Hell yeah. Look at Noel today. Want to see Noel? Killed it. Boom. Get out of my face. 522 on one trade. Why? Because he listened. But not that he did listen, he understood it. That's the key to where he's going. He understood the trade. And that is when you start developing your skill. Why did he want to short the stock? Because I wanted it. Not just because I wanted to short it, but I had to tell him why. Why? Well, let's look at the news. All right. So we go to our scan. Oh, you don't have one because your room doesn't pay for one? Sorry. Must be in a shitty room. All right. So go to Zine. Right. And then look. Here's the headline. They were awarded a new patent. What the fuck? I got a new pair of jeans. Does that mean that I'm worth $10 billion now? I had dinner last night. I ordered a steak. You see how stupid that is? You're going to go up for a new patent that you've been working on for a while because you got the patent. I'm supposed to what? Give you 10, $20 million market cap extra? No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shred you. Yeah, because you know what? I love your patent number 10,675 14.18. Yeah, it's really throw your number in a batch. So to me it's a short, and all it is a short. And so what I told everyone in the room was short the stock. So it was our number. Let me see what pick that was. Zine right here. I laughed at it. Right? In my opinion, this is overdone. Simply pop and fade the news. That's it. And then when it started going down, I told everyone just 520, 520, 520, 520. Do you want to know where it stopped on a dime? You ready for this? 520. It's not magic. It's just you're trading with a pro. That's the difference. You want to trade with an amateur, they'll tell you it's worth watching. I think it'll go down. Not AJ. Fuck that. Short it, size it, take it down to 520, go back to bed. Boom. Have a nice day. And see how it held to 520? Yeah, I didn't have any Fibonacci's, any channels, any bridges, any head and shoulders. You didn't need to do 75 trades in one and a DVD to sell. What the fuck? Take it down to 520 and go back to bed. That's it. Next. You ready for FTNW? This one had potential. But I think the market makers, they really kind of got greedy, and it cost them. This thing could have ran $10, $15, $20 today. But they screwed up. They got greedy. Not enough shares. They really messed up. They double topped it. And they just blew it out of the water. It's their fault. They could have had a winner here. With the news that they had, it was incredible. How do I play it? Well, in pre-market, I'm watching it up here, and I'm going, I like this $3 level, 320. And so I put out the call in the chat room. It was my number one pick that the stock would go to $4 to $4.50. That's what I wrote. I know you're staring at that. You're full of shit. Really? If you were in our room, you would have played it instead of making fun of it. That's the difference. And I said, once it hits the 450, wait for the pullback. If the lower low set in, breaks the flag of 320, $3 and under, it's gone. It'll fade right back to 2. Right? Do you want to see my call? It's right here. Number one pick in the room. Stock is gapping up 210. Even though it was gapping up, I still said it'll go to 4 to 450, and then it will pull back. If it starts to pull, it'll simply fade for the day. What the fuck? What the fuck? Just say that. There's no that's not a stock. It's not WTF. I'm saying what the fuck? Did you see that trade? If you took 1,000 shares, 4,000 buying power, you could have made $1,500 today on one trade. Instead of playing that bullshit. Nevada, Facebook, AMD. Nevada, Facebook, AMD. Oh my God. Okay, let somebody order a salad for the guy. All right. So, I mean, really? So look at how it's set up. So if you were in the room, guess what? Right here, long. All you had to do was put in your money. Let's say you couldn't short it because you couldn't find shares. So take 500 shares. All right, risk 20 cents, $100 on a loss, and push to 4 or 450. Scaling short. You see the topping? I called that topping right when it hit. I said, it's done. It's over. It's over. It's done. It's over. It's going to consolidate. If it doesn't crawl around, it's gone. Because I recognize chart patterns. That's what I do. As soon as I saw that, it was done. I called it out on the spot. It's done. Don't mess with it. And look what happened. Bam. 2:30 already. And it'll close at 2. And it'll fill this gap by tomorrow. You can overnight that as a short if you wanted to. To probably do an offering. Incredible, huh? To us, it's nothing. And I'm going to do one more trade before I call it out. Because I think it's really important. A lot of you don't trade Tesla. And I understand that because a lot of you are just your kids. You know, you don't understand Tesla like we do. And when you're trading 15, 20 years, you can understand. Tesla is iconic stock. You don't fuck with Elon. I'm sorry. The only way that stock is ever going to get just trashed is if he files bankruptcy or he gets fired. You know, because he's so innovative, that would kill the stock. There would be no reason for any investor to want to be in there. We're in it for Elon. And that's the truth. Okay, so don't anybody bullshit you. These analysts out there, a lot of them got their head up their ass. And that's because they don't understand the trade. I mean, this morning I walk in and even my top tier underwriters are trying to downgrade it. I'm like, what are you doing? Wake the fuck up. And you don't believe me? Look, I'll show you right here. Look at the analysts on Tesla today. One of my top tier ones. And I'm not lying. I read it. I'm like, dude, come on. Go eat some cornflakes. Because I'll show it to you. Look, right here. See it? Tesla could approach. SEC tries to remove Musk from JP Morgan. We're going to redo this underweight to $230. Listen. Stop. Stop trying to be like the guy to get ahead of Ryan. See this Ryan guy? You know, I need to write him or send him a text. Stop it. Okay? Because the last guy that at B of A that said Tesla's worth 85, it doesn't work there anymore. Okay? So Ryan, if you want to keep your job, stop it. Okay? It's a cold stock. It's an iconic owner, and you're never going to see 230. So stop it. Okay? So what do? We buy the weakness. If the 292 push out of the gate, go long and have fun with it. Stock ended up going $302 for $10 trade. And that's what we called. You don't believe me? Look at the pre-market notes. You think I'm going to fuck around on Tesla? No, I'm going to play Tesla. It was a number 10 pick. 292, stock will go to 295 or more for quick money. It ended up going all the way to 302. There's no reason to sell it once it was in momentum. If it pulled, add to your position from 292, give it 4 points, have a 290 average, and rock and roll, and you'll still get your 295 or more. And that's exactly what the stock did. This is the difference of being in a professional day trading room. And you get to have fun. I make you laugh. I make you comfortable. When you fuck up, I'm there to hold your hand. I'll bring you back. I'll do whatever I got to do. Whatever I got to do. But either way, you're going to make money in here. Just don't give up on yourself, because I'll never give up on you. Remember that. Okay? So that is today's webinar. I want to thank you for joining me. And if you want to be a member or be a part of us tomorrow, click here. Boom. $25 per day, $100 for a week. And if you convert to a month or you go, I just give you that money back. You're $197. If you just go in, it's $6 a day for a month. $6.75 I think a day. Also, we have our YouTube channel just for you, so you can recap all these webinars. I actually listen to them when I hike. I hike every day. And last night webinar, we have over almost 90 reviews already. Thank you very much. Hopefully tonight we'll even do more. And then, of course, you have the great Discord room where all the members in our room and outside the room can talk. And currently, right now, we are 831 members with 200 people online right now. And we are trying to get to 900. And then we're going to focus on 1,000 members in that room. So, and it's free to join. Click it, get enrolled, and talk to some of these great traders that had a wonderful day in Awesomecalls Trading. I really want to thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. I hope to trade with you tomorrow. And if you really, truly want a taste of what it's like to be in here, lay down $25. And I promise you, you're going to learn something tomorrow. If I don't blow you out of the water and the mods don't blow you out, you're going to learn a lot of stuff tomorrow, because every day is historical in here. It's amazing. All right. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.